Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Micheline, and this is
Maggie
from Americana Quilting. We do custom quilting and long arming, and you can find a link to our website in the description below. Today is another in the series of how-tos. Now, Maggie and my son are going to be moving to Oklahoma very, very shortly.
Yes.
And since Maggie has fallen in love with quilting, I want to give her some skills to go with. Mm-hmm. So, did I already say this was another in our series of how-tos?
I
said that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that we're taking advantage of our series of how-tos to teach Maggie how to do, and any of you, to teach you all how to do some fundamental basic things that you can use in your quilting journey going forward. So we've already done a lot of your basic squares blocks. Mm-hmm. So today we're going to teach Maggie how to do the wonderful half square triangle. Yay! So we're going to get started with that. The first thing that we're going to do, we've got some little squares here. Here's yours.
Thank you.
We've got a light and a dark, contrasting. Now, on your lighter fabric, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a line on the back. I'm going to move this iron just a smidgen because I'm going to hit it. Okay, so we're going to take a ruler and a sharp pencil. And and I'm going to move my coffee. Here's the thing about drawing a line. Watch your head, Atlas.
Watch your head, Atlas, baby.
Hi.
It's hot.
Are you going to help us too? Just a good boy. Aww. So the thing about drawing a line is you don't necessarily want your ruler right in the very corner, because then you need it a pencil width away from the corner. Otherwise, your line's going to be not going from corner to corner, right? So what I do to help with that is I put my pencil in one corner, and then I snug my ruler up to it there, and I mimic where it's sitting in the other corner. Now, the next thing that's going to make you a success is you're going to have a dog come up underneath your arm and knock your arm.
Hi.
If you take your pencil and drag it from the corner in, you're going to move that corner. So take your pencil about an inch away and just lightly go towards the corners, okay? Like that. And then you can finish that line. It doesn't need to be a dark line. And the lighter you draw it, the less you have a chance of moving your fabric. Okay, so that's what's most important, is that you don't move your fabric and your line is all over the place. And also, you will distort your fabric, because this is the bias of that fabric. So if you're pressing really hard with your pencil, you're going to distort that piece of fabric. All right, on to the next step. So our next step then is to take and put our pieces right sides together. So now we can see our pencil line and it's right sides together. Okay, now you know that, let me come over here a little bit. You know that I've got this up there for something else, so we can take that off. Ugh. I had a piece of tape up there because I was working with something else. So this, from the needle to the corner of my edge of my foot, that's a scant 1/4 inch. That's what I want to do. Okay. Now we've also got some what is that called, Leah? The tape on the machine? No, what is it called? The red and the black lines? Allowance. No. Anyway, we have this tape on our machine, okay? So the red is your center line, the blacks are your 1/4 inch. So what you want to do is you want to sew a line 1/4 inch to this side and 1/4 inch to this side.
Okay.
So that means here's where your needle is, right along there. Uh-huh. So you want to put this, there we go. You want that line to be running right there.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So go ahead and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. got all hot.
So the line should be where the where the scant 1/4 inch is, like
Exactly, right on the edge of that presser foot. So put your presser foot down and then just run that line.
Why am I scared? Why am I scared?
No quilt police here. Okay, now flip that thing around and do it on the other side.
All right.
Woo-wee. Menopause, it's so much fun. Recommend it to everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've done it. We've got that line sewn on either side. You can see it's a little bit bumpy. So this is a good time to just press that a little bit.
Okay.
And we're just going to leave it like that for a second. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And that sets your seam. Have we talked about setting seams before?
Yes.
Yes. So it interlocks your stitches really nicely. So that's what we just did. Now we're going to take it over here and we're going to use a ruler and you're going to cut on that line.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll do it because I have my left-handed cutter here. The right-handed cutter is over there. So I'm going to do that. There we go. Now we have two, get that one, half square triangles. Magic. And now what we're going to do is you're going to lay it here, and you can also press your seams at this point.
Okay.
We want to press it towards the dark in this case because why not? Whenever you have an opportunity to press it toward the dark or the light, press it towards the dark. Now, this is a biased edge here now, okay? So what does bias do?
It stretches.
Stretches. So now we want to just walk that over ever so carefully and just kind of gently finger press it, okay? And then you can kind of use your fingers to hold that apart just a little bit and then do that, okay? Yep, just making sure that you're not, there we go. Make sure that you don't create a fold in it, okay? Now at this point, we can take it and cut it down. Now, you can use all kinds of different rulers to cut down your half square triangles, and perhaps you don't even need to cut them down. Perhaps this is the exact size that you want them. But say, for example, we want it to be 4.5 inches. This is a 5-inch ruler. It has a diagonal line. The diagonal line is important because you want that diagonal line to run along the diagonal here. So we're going to place that there like so. And I'm going to come very close to the edge like that. And I can see that this is going to be the line I want to trim off when I turn it around. But my diagonal line is on the diagonal line of, or the diagonal seam there. And I'm just going to trim it this way. I don't think I went through that dog ear. There we go. So that's like that. Okay. That's trimmed that side. Now I'm going to rotate this around and I'm going to put it at my 4.5 inch mark, which is right there. And I'm still going to put it on, put that on that diagonal line. There we go, like that. And then I'm going to trim it again. Okay. Now, that's a trimmed, squared up, perfectly square 4.5 inch half square triangle.
Cute.
Now, if you are just doing all half square triangles, and this is the size you want, and you do not need to cut it down, then what you need to do at this point is cut off your dog ears. These are your little dog ears. I know it's funny to say that. Some people call them bunny ears. We're dog lovers, so we'll call them dog ears. There you go. Now, there's a lot of different ways to make half square triangles, but I think this is probably the easiest way and most beginner friendly. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of How To, and I hope you learned a little something. Maybe you're a beginner like Maggie.
I know, I learned a little something.
There you go. Now you know how to do half square triangles. All right, so until next time, please like, share, and subscribe. Do all the things that make that algorithm sing, and
Stay quilting.
Bye.